everybody, welcome back to SOGO Whoa Whoa, Someone's Gotta Work. Here we talk about the trades, operating heavy equipment, driving truck, all the very necessary jobs in the world that keeps our world circling the way it does. In previous videos, we've talked about the history of some equipment. We've talked about what to do or how to act or how to present yourself as a new operator. And we've talked about, working in some of the trades and the benefits of the trades. We've talked about the benefits of being a truck driver. Today, we're going to talk about 6 possible mistakes that your leaders, bosses, foremans, etc. can make. I've done some of these myself, so I'm not judging or calling anyone out. I just want these points to be seen and heard so that if you are being put into a future leadership position, these are some of the things you want to look for or some of the ways you want to try and be as a good leader. You think to yourself, what are some of the things that a leader has done around you that made you want to follow their direction? Well, here's 6 things that I've found that will help you to be a better leader. Number 1, don't ask them to do anything you wouldn't do yourself. That should be pretty straightforward, but it seems like it's not. A lot of people will expect other people to do something that they wouldn't do themselves. And I will never ask someone on my crew, someone that's working below me, to do anything that I wouldn't personally do myself. I just refuse to do it. To me, that's a bad leader. That's someone that says, do as I say, not as I do. And very few people can get people motivated that way. Number 2, if they do make a mistake, don't call them out in front of everyone. Take them aside afterwards, have a conversation privately with them, and let them know what they had done wrong. This is part of keeping respect amongst your crew and treating them respectfully. No one needs to be belittled in front of an entire crew or group of people. No one wants that. And all you've done now is created yourself an enemy for no particular reason. Either A, you just didn't think about it enough, or B, I'm gonna call a few people out on this, you're being a coward. You don't wanna go aside and talk to that particular person because you're possibly scared of their reaction or whatever. Well, guess what? Those are the chances when you take when you're in a leadership role. You gotta be brave. You gotta be able to tell someone when they've messed up, you gotta be able to tell them to their face, aside from everyone else, and give them a chance for a rebuttal. Now, I've found most people, in fact, 98 or 99% of the people that I've done this with have never, ever freaked out or been extremely angry. Most times they actually will put their head down, somewhat ashamed of themselves if they've messed up badly or if they're just not getting it. These are the types of things you do as a good leader. You take them aside, you make sure they know what they did wrong, but you don't belittle them there either. Give them the respect that they deserve. Number 3, take the time to learn your crew a little bit. If you get to know their personalities and the way they work and what actually drives them, you can help guide them in the direction you need them to go in a lot smoother way. By understanding the way people think and how they're motivated, you can get them to see the bigger picture, what you're trying to get them to see, with very little resistance. You're not trying to control them, you're just trying to guide them to get the job done. So take the time to ask them some questions, one-on-one or even in groups. Ask them questions about what they do and what they like, and those little snippets of information will help your crew to excel. So take the time, ask them questions, get to know them. You are not better than them. You are simply their leader at this particular time. Don't ever think you're better than another human being because you're in a leadership role. You're not. Trust me, you're not. Number 4, if you ask them to do something and they don't understand, you should be able to show them yourself, or if you aren't very experienced in that particular thing, you should know who is and get them to show them. Don't ever let pride get in the way of trying to show someone or help them to be better at their job. Don't let pride get in the way of that. You should be able to help them, and you can do it in a way that makes them feel still like a human being and respected. You don't need to talk down to anyone. You don't need to act like you're the greatest thing that ever hit the face of the world. I know there's a lot of people out there like that in every job. It doesn't matter if it's just the trades or construction or truck driving. Believe me, throughout the world, there's those people that think they're better than everyone else. And they're also the reason why nobody will do anything for them, because nobody likes them. You don't need people to be your best friend out there, but you do need them to like you. It makes things a heck of a lot easier for you and for them. The days go a lot smoother. Crew morale stays up, and lo and behold, you can actually check it out if you want to safety goes up as well because people are thinking about what they're doing, not about wanting to go home or leave this crappy job because you're being rude or arrogant to them. That actually leads me to number 5, which is don't be an asshole. There is literally no reason to be an asshole, except if you want to be an asshole. And I promise you, you aren't going to motivate people that way. They'll do what you want them to do sometimes, begrudgingly, but any chance they get to screw you, they will. And I don't blame them. I would too. If you want to be an asshole to me for no particular reason, because you think you're better than me or whatever the case may be, I don't care what's going on in your personal life, nor does anyone else. You have to be able to leave it at home, and if you can't, then don't come to work. It's very simple. Honestly, there's a lot of times and a lot of situations where I understand, like things are where they could be on your mind. Like if someone you love is sick or ill or possibly dying, or if you're going through a divorce or you're possibly going bankrupt. I understand and I empathize for you in those situations. I truly do, because quite frankly, I've been through a few of those myself and it sucks. However, it is no one else's fault at work, and they don't deserve to be treated ill because of it. Don't go to work. You're not going to help anybody. In fact, you're probably going to get someone hurt for no particular reason, or you'll end up losing good people because they quit because you're treating them poorly, which is one of the worst things you can do. It's hard enough finding people nowadays. You don't want to chase off the good ones just because. And number 6, and this one is very important as well. If they know what they're doing, tell them what you need done and then leave it be. You don't need to tell them how to do it. They already know how to do it. It might be slightly different than the way you like it, but that doesn't matter. They don't think like you. They're different than you. And guess what? There is literally a million different ways to do it. And I've heard it, yeah, but my way's the best. No, it's not. There are so many different ways to get to the same result. Let them do it, especially if they know what they're doing. If they don't know what to do, then guide them. Be respectful, show them what needs to be done, or get someone in there who does know how to do it to show them how it's done. But there is no reason to be telling someone how to do something when they already know how to do it. That is called micromanaging, and again, nothing will turn your crew faster on you than micromanaging and disrespecting. Those two things right there will decimate any good crew. I don't care who you are, people will only take that for a certain amount of time, especially people that know their value. They're not going to be treated like that, and they will leave. I know a lot of these topics seem to be a little serious, but in actual fact, a lot of what we do is dangerous, and it should be serious at the time of at least thinking about what you're gonna do. Yes, have fun at work, and I encourage everyone to have fun. Many people that have worked for me or with me or under me know in most cases, I enjoy being out there, I enjoy working with people, I enjoy people smiling and laughing, because boy, oh boy, does the day go by faster. When you get along and you have a good crew and you're just having fun. You can have the crappiest work, but if you got a good crew, it's good times. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's for your bosses. It's for your supervisors and people above you watching over you. If you have a boss that struggles with a lot of these things, send them this video, honestly. Just send them a link. I can talk to them myself if you give me their information. I can promise you, good bosses will know how to treat their crews, and they want their crews to be happy. Now, I've made some mistakes, don't get me wrong. I wish I hadn't, but I did. I know that everything didn't go perfectly. People just want to be heard. And so that's my point to this whole video. Treat them with respect, kindness, and guide them as best you can. I guarantee you'll get way more productivity out of it. If you love this type of content and you want to hear more about it, smash the like button, subscribe, tell your friends about it. We love doing this kind of content, and we're going to keep doing it. We got a whole bunch of new series coming out here as the weather's starting to warm up that I'm quite excited about. So stick around, smash the like button, tell your friends, and we'll see you on the next one.